is vice-president of programmatic and mobile and Teads. You're welcome. I want to ask you some things. What is the current status of programmatic video in this moment? It's growing very fast, actually.
Absolutely. So programmatic video is on an incredibly fast growth curve. I mean, if you think about programmatic, where it includes both display as in banners as well as video, it's all growing really fast. But the most important thing is that the video section is growing faster than the display or banner section. Currently, video represents about 25 to 30% of all programmatic spend, but in 2 to 3 years, it's going to represent over 50% of all programmatic spend. So it is definitely on a fast growth curve.
Good future, nice future for you. Yeah. One of the main problems we find is the quality of the inventory. What solutions offer Teads?
Well, I think quality is a major issue with programmatic in general, but in particular with video, because video inventory, especially the quality video inventory, is in very short supply. And that is because most video inventory is pre-roll, which means that it's a video ad in front of video content. The problem is that video content is very expensive to produce unless it's user-generated content, but that's not very premium content. So the issue is there's a lack of quality content. But there are also issues around fraud and viewability and overall just negative user experience, because users are typically forced to watch a pre-roll ad. So what we're trying to bring to the market is a quality solution, a premium solution, where it's not user-generated content, it's actually higher quality publishers. And the reason we can bring that is because we're focusing more on print publishers, because our outstream video solution places a video ad in between 2 paragraphs of text, so it's a native video solution, instead of it being a pre-roll solution where we're putting a video ad before video content. And because there's a lot more text content on the internet, we are able to leverage a lot more premium publishers. And particularly if we're focusing on the premium publishers, we also bring a better user experience, because if it's a video between 2 paragraphs of text, the user can scroll away from the video if they wish, so they're not forced to watch the video. And we know that if we don't force users to watch an ad, they have a better user experience with the ad if they choose to watch it.
What do you understand from Teads as premium inventory? It's what you told us. What do you understand in Teads?
Sure. So, as I mentioned, I think that with video inventory, because of the low quality and our focus on bringing quality publishers and print publishers to the mix, that is one aspect of premium inventory. The other aspect is the user experience, as I mentioned. But then there's also fraud and viewability. And I think with fraud, it typically is associated quite heavily with video, because video is a high CPM product. So the fraudsters really like to use that for fraud. The issue with outstream is that it is very difficult for someone to implement fraud on outstream. The reason is because with outstream video ads, the user actually has to initiate the video. They have to scroll in order for the video to play, and that makes it much more difficult for fraud to happen.
Can you tell us the concept, the quality index?
Well, yes. So what we would like to evangelize in the market is really for the market to start using a way to measure quality, and quality index has to include a good user experience, premium context and environment, and good quality content for the ads, low fraud, and higher viewability. All of these things we think are really important. And the good news is that we're working with Integral Ad Science, and they have a quality index called TRAX, TRAQ, which does incorporate a premium environment, viewability, fraud, ad clutter, which is how clutter is the page, and all of that is factored in. So we've worked very closely with them, and we're very fortunate that we are the highest scoring solution in the market within the TRAX.
Visibility, fraud, and ad blocking are the three of the problems facing at this moment advertising. What are the solutions you can give to the markets with these problems?
Yes, so I think that first and foremost, as I mentioned, I mean, we have to measure it, we have to track it, and the second is then we have to then look at that measurement and figure out how we can improve the score, which is all about bringing a better user experience so that it does not create more ad blocking, and we also want to make sure that we provide a premium contacts, right? So higher quality publishers, and the third is we want to ensure that we eliminate the fraud, right? And so and then if we do those things, then it will lead to better results. And one of the better results we're going to see is viewability, right? And ultimately, we also want to then measure the brand impact and the brand lift. And we know that with this type of native video solution, based on the research that we've done with Nielsen and with Millward Brown, that it does bring greater brand lift.
What are the trends that will shape the future of programmatic buying?
Yeah, so I think high growth. There are lots of players in the market. There's not as many standards, so it's a little bit like the Wild West. And even though things are going really, really well, there's pollution in the ecosystem. And what's going to happen is that the industry is going to have to eliminate the pollution and create a much more sustainable future. And it's not going to happen by itself. And that's why we believe that we have to, as a company, as Teads, have to be part of that solution. And that's why we're trying to bring premium to programmatic and why we want to create the quality index.
What does this fair mean for you, for this company, for your company? What does dmexco mean?
Yeah, I mean, well, the dmexco is becoming, one of the premier events for the digital advertising industry, and we've been here for several years, so we're a big supporter of it. And obviously, because it's very focused on digital advertising, it touches on programmatic as the main topic, really, because that's really what the digital advertising industry is discussing. And within programmatic, probably the biggest topic is quality and premium. So it's very relevant for the message and the cause that we're trying to promote.
Okay, Todd, thank you very much for